Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Football Guys Sunday Morning Live. I am your host, Joey Wright, joined as always by my just amazing co-hosts all season, Jagger May and Jeff Bell. Guys, how's week 15 been treating you so far? We've already had 4 games. How's it going?
The games have been highly entertaining and fantasy shootouts, so that's been fun. Probably unexpected, especially that Thursday night game was pretty unexpected, as was what the Bengals offense did against what had been a strong Vikings defense, really in the fourth quarter of that game. But it's been good so far. But as a Bills fan, I am sitting here and I will tell you how my week has been at about 7:30 tonight.
Jagger,
I'm doing
good for you.
Yeah, I'm doing great. I've mentally checked out and my Patriots fandom. Don't care. I hope we lose. I have a lot of Sam Laporta. All the games have been good.
Yeah.
So honestly, week 15 kind of brought me back. Like we're tired waiting for the season to end, and then week 15, I'm like, this is why we do it.
Yeah, I'll have to say as somebody, because I was pretty high on everybody on the Lions offense. Like last night was nice. Like I was like, okay, what I'm doing checks out. Okay, I'm somewhat smart. Guys, we're here with you every Sunday, normally from 11 to 12, but we do have a scheduling change. You can see the banner at the bottom of the screen. The next 2 weeks, we're going to spend some time with our families. So we're going to be here with you on Saturdays. But that's good because we got Saturday games coming up for you. 3, I think, on the 23rd this year. So that's pretty cool. So we'll be with you on Saturdays for the next 2 weeks from 11 till 12. The Sunday morning Discord will still be going on Christmas Eve and on New Year's Eve. So Jagger and Corey will be in there along with myself answering all your questions in the Discord, including today where I'll be in there from noon till kickoff answering all of your start-sit questions. Guys, let's take a look at injuries real quick. Players that we know that are going to be out today: Isaiah Pacheco, Ramondre Stevenson, Brian Robinson Jr., Elijah Mitchell, and C.J. Stroud. And that's so sad to see C.J. Stroud out. Do you guys have any faith in that Texans offense today without Stroud there? Do you think they maybe switch to more run? Do we know if it's Case Keenum or Davis Mills yet? I've seen conflicting reports on that. Is it Case Keenum?
Yeah, I'm pretty certain it's Keenum.
Okay.
Says a lot about Mills.
Do you trust any of the pass catchers there today, guys, with the Texans?
No, I mean, given Case Keenum and then given the amount of different options that they might go with, the way they spread the ball out last week after Nico Collins went out, no, I don't feel good about any of those options because it feels like a true whack-a-mole with as much as 5 to 6 guys all getting targets.
I might actually want to see the Texans play whack-a-mole this week instead of football. Like that might be a little more entertaining to see.
Yeah, but it makes sense to go. I was going to say it makes sense to go with Keenum. You're in a playoff chase right there, and you're kind of looking at this as a 1-game off sample, and so to go with the veteran. Otherwise, why would Chase Keenum even be on your roster? I think if Davis Mills would be the play.
I didn't know he was there, to be honest. I said Case Keenum gets to start. I'm like, what? And I guess the only one I would trust is like Dalton Schultz, and I don't trust him. I'm just giving a real world example that I have to spot start Dalton Schultz. So, and I don't hate it as much as other options.
But there's
Go ahead, Jeff.
I was going to say it is a disappointment because we've seen the Titans be very exploitable through the air. And so the bizarro universe where you're sitting in your fantasy playoffs with C.J. Stroud, Tank Dell, and Nico Collins going up against that matchup would have been wonderful. And so it is a disappointment this week.
Yeah, there has been a very real thing this year of backup quarterbacks coming in and leaning on the tight ends. So I kind of agree with you, Jagger. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Schultz got some work today. He's been pretty dependable when he's been on the field this year for the Texans. Not expected to be out there today. Christian Watson, Juju Smith-Schuster, got that one out. A.J. Dillon, Tutu Atwell, and Nico Collins is not expected to play today. So all those guys most likely should get them out of your lineups if you can. Questionable today, Tyreek Hill. It does sound like he's going to suit up. The Dolphins have said they're going to let him determine if he's going to play. Last I heard, he is going to be out there, but just keep an eye on that. Injuries come out at 11:30. Today, Adam will not be with us. We got your emails. We saw your fan letters. We will have Daniel Harms with you today, everyone, at 11:30. Everybody get excited. Tell your kids, bring your wives, bring everyone, get them in front of the TV or the computer screen. Daniel Harms will be with us today. So other questionable, Devon Achane, DJ Moore, Chris Godwin, Darren Waller, and Chris do I have Chris Olave in there twice? No, Chris Godwin and Chris Olave. And one thing that Adam Hutchinson, he sent me a message this morning. He wanted me to kind of emphasize to everyone is if you can get Chris Olave out of your lineups, go ahead and do that. Chris Olave is dealing with an ankle injury, and there's a good track record of wide receivers coming back with ankle injuries or playing through them and having a 15% downgrade in production. So that's coming from Adam, our injury expert here at Football Guys. So if you've got Olave and you've got a good other option, throw those options in the chat there for you. We're going to get to your questions here in a minute. We'll definitely address that for you. Let's see. And expected to play. Let's get some positive news in here. Aaron Jones, with AJ Dillon out, looks like he's going to get a good workload today. Davis Mills is expected to be on the sideline today. Geno Smith is expected to play, but then I saw a report that Drew Lock might be getting the start. So hopefully you don't have to make that decision for tomorrow night. Brandon Cooks is expected to be out there, Marquise Brown and Noah Brown. An interesting name on here, Jagger, Marquise Brown. How do you feel about starting him? I mean, he had a really strong start to the season and just haven't really seen a whole lot of him lately. How do you feel about Hollywood Brown?
It's been crazy. Like, it's been disappointing, to be honest, because A, you expect him to be the wide receiver one, and then B, since Kyler Murray came back, you would expect, to even see a higher upside, but it's been kind of the opposite. I think Trey McBride is the number one target on this offense, and I don't know what's wrong with the Kyler and Marquise Brown connection with the new look offense, but it doesn't seem to be there, and I'm concerned about Marquise Brown even like in Dynasty, like going forward and where he looks in this offense, especially if they get like Marvin Harrison Jr. So
he's a free agent after this year. So
is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So maybe he's a Chief, and we are all happy. So there we go.
Yeah, there's a few names being thrown around with the Chiefs yesterday. Him being one of them, and then I saw Mike Evans and T. Higgins was a name thrown to the Chiefs. So we'll see what actually happens with the Chiefs. They'll probably add nobody, and all of our fever dreams won't be answered. Guys, let's get to some questions. Make sure you like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave your comments and your questions there to get all your start sit questions answered. And once again, if we don't hit them today, make sure to hop over to that Discord from noon till 1. I'll be there answering the questions today. All right. Citron Physics, first one in here this morning. Good morning, guys. Big one today. Yeah, it is a big one. Start 2, PPR. Hill, Debo, and Puka. Worried about the ankle. Thanks. Jagger, will go to you.
Muted, Jagger.
I'd start Debo here. If you're, it's not even just that I'm worried about the ankle. I'm kind of worried about the Dolphins going against the Jets here. I'm not to sound crazy. Maybe I'm getting too cute, but Debo's like, if you're going to have any wide receiver to start Hill in, I think Debo's a great option.
Okay. And then one more. So Puka or Tyreek Hill?
You got 2. I'm sorry. I think I'm still going to start Hill at that point. So,
okay. Excellent. All right, Tim's in here this morning. Good morning, Timothy. Good morning, fellas. 3-week playoffs just started, and it's points only. Okay, I'm off to a good start for my last flex spot. Is it crazy to play Taysom over CEH, Charbonnet, or McKinnon in full PPR? Jeff, is Timothy crazy?
Yes. I don't know. I think that we have an angry Patrick Mahomes this week, and so if I can get a Chief into my lineup against, Jagger, you can feel free to interject here, but I do expect that an angry Patrick Mahomes, the Patriots are not going to put up a huge resistance against that, given where they're kind of standing right now. And I like both McKinnon and Edwards-Helaire, although I do like McKinnon to score touchdowns more than Edwards-Helaire. So that's kind of where I land there.
You're not going to hear me argue with you. I said it this morning. I was just like, yeah, the Patriots are good sometimes on defense, but Patrick Mahomes is, like you said, it's going to be a bloodbath, and I'm kind of here for it because I want a new quarterback. So
it's like an Xmas miracle. Jagger and Jeff are getting along today. This is good to see.
We always
agreeing on everything.
We just have personal disagreement is all of it is.
Right. Andrew with us once again. Good morning, Andrew. Here it is. Win or go home. That's right. Playoffs. Are you starting Chris Olave today if he's active? And if he sits, would you rather start JSN, Noah Brown, or Demario Douglas? I know, Jagger, you have that exact decision with Demario or Olave. Which way are you going?
Man, I can't put Pop Douglas in. I can't put a Patriot in. It's one thing to see the Patriots do well against like a mid defense, but the Chiefs have a stout defense, and I don't trust Zappy to recreate what he did last time. So even with Adams' advice in this scenario, I probably wouldn't put Pop Douglas there. JSN or Noah Brown. I don't trust Noah Brown. JSN would be the only one I didn't even consider.
Yeah, and I do see Schefter sent out a message 33 minutes ago that there's doubt that Olave is even going to play today now.
Well,
so
I guess I'm putting Pop Douglas in right now.
Well, it's a volatile situation, Jagger. We're all just going to have to live here live with it, I guess. All right. Chris in here. Chris, good morning. Good morning. How would you rank the following? McBride, Keaton Mitchell, or Odell Beckham Jr.? And he's got a little bit of fun scoring formats there, so gets an extra half point for PPR for the tight end. Jeff, he's got bonuses and reception yards too. Rank those guys with all that fun scoring, so I don't have to.
Trey McBride, I think, is if you're juiced up tight end scoring in a game that they will be trailing the entire game, I think McBride is going to be my selection there.
Okay.
I don't expect. I mean, Mitchell gets like 1 or 2 catches, so I don't know that the PPR bonus on running backs comes that into play. I like Odell, to be honest with you. I've been kind of banging the table for Odell, and he's really delivered over the last month plus, and so I would probably put Odell above Mitchell, but I understand Mitchell can hit that big play and get you some rushing yards too.
Odell's kind of putting together a sneaky comeback player of the year campaign, like sneaky.
Very good.
I'm not saying you should win it, but it's been a nice surprise to see him back out there doing well this year. All right. Good morning, like Robert. Always in here with us. Would you say, Jagger?
He just looks like himself again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Good morning. Half PPR, Mahomes or Lawrence? Jagger, pick one of those quarterbacks.
Mahomes by a lot. And then Ford.
And Ford, beautiful, like that. Football guys in here saying, good morning, everyone. We can't wait to get in here with you today. Oh, that was me. All right. And Jay Money, Hill going to play? Well, it sounds like he is going to play today. Pop Douglas is my only other option. You'll be able to know who to plug in there for that matchup once we get some inactives in about 15, 20 minutes. But yeah, it looks like Hill's going to be in there for you today. Good morning, y'all. Half PPR, pick one for flex, Achane, McKinnon, or Jeff Wilson if Achane sits, or Keaton Mitchell. Jeff, pick one of those beautiful running backs for the flex.
Achane worries me, but I'm still going to roll with him. I mean, he's got running back 1 overall on the week upside. Then I would probably rank him. I think I have McKinnon. I think I have Mitchell above McKinnon, right? But they're close.
Okay. And then Fields or Howell today, Jagger?
I'm gonna keep putting Fields out there. I know it's the Browns, but they've looked vulnerable, and I'm not sure if Denzel Ward is gonna play, and I think that matters a lot to this defense.
All right, and with the tight end help, Chig, Schultz or Waller on a return game for Waller.
Schultz still for me.
Okay, yeah, I kind of like Schultz today, even with the quarterback situation. James, welcome in. Love or Fields? So Jordan Love going against my Tampa Bay Buccaneers or Justin Fields, Jeff Bell. I need to ask you this one. I'm too biased.
Jordan Love. I mean, Desmond Ridder threw for 348 yards against the Buccaneers. I think Jordan Love's going to have a day. I think it's a bounce back spot for him.
Yeah, the Buccaneers cannot defend the pass, so I agree with you, Jeff. And need 1.5 point PPR, JSN, McKinnon, Godwin, or Taysom Hill, Jagger. Pick one of those gentlemen to start for D Cup 22.
Godwin. I think I'd just put Godwin in there and hope he has another 5-catch, 50-yard game at the very minimum.
Mm-hmm. So. I think you'd be right on that. He's got another one for us. Jerome Ford or Antonio Gibson today on half point PPR. And thanks for all you do. Thank you so much, and happy holidays to you as well, Jeff. We've got a special guest on the show this morning.
We do. You want to say hi?
Here, come say hi.
What are you doing? I'm going to go Antonio Gibson over Jerome Ford.
All right. So cute. All right. Logan asks, Garrett Wilson or Devonta Smith a wide receiver? Jagger?
I think I have Garrett Wilson a little bit here. I think that he's like the safe option. Devontae can obviously have his pop game, but as we've seen, it could be an AJ Brown game, it could be a Goddard game, it could be a Devontae game. Whereas at least I know Zach Wilson knows his job is to get Garrett Wilson the ball. So
Okay, and Jeff, Likely or McBride against San Francisco at tight end?
I've still got McBride above Likely. I love the matchup for Likely, but I think that there's more predictable volume with McBride.
Excellent. I sneaky love it when kids walk through the background on shows. I think it's great, and I know viewership spikes when kids do that. So look, see, already up. Look at that go. All right, Steven in here with us. Good morning, Steven. Good morning. PPR need one running back and one tight end. Connor, Mitchell, or Singletary. And then he's got some tight end questions. Let's answer the running backs first. Jagger, Connor, Mitchell, or Singletary?
I think I'm going to roll Mitchell here. I don't like the Cardinals matchup against the 49ers. Singletary, what is his upside without CJ Stroud, And so I think it's pretty easy there.
And then Jeff, Komet, Likely, or Hill?
I have Likely ranked the highest above that group. I do like Likely there. Hill, I don't know. I just always get Taysom Hill wrong. It's just written in the cards that you go in on him and you go in on him and he's not going to do anything and you fade him and he's going to score 3 touchdowns.
Absolutely. And ESM saying, howdy, gents. 1 point PPR, Scary Terry or James Cook as a flex? Jagger.
Cook quite a bit.
All right. Kyle Graves, smash that like button. I agree. Y'all know they're going to have great advice before the show even starts. Jagger made a comment the other week that I'll read anything that's on the screen, and maybe we shouldn't put that out there. But for a second there, I was like, man, is Kyle trapping me? No, Kyle. He had a nice little it's going to happen, though, today at some point. PPR tight end, Waller, Kraft, or Thomas?
Oof.
Jagger.
Is it weird that I'd want to put Tucker Kraft in? I think I like Tucker Kraft. I don't know what Waller is right now. I just can't put him in a lineup.
Yeah, it's
play against the Bucks like that. I think that it's a good rule that if you can play pass catchers against the Bucks, play them against the Bucks.
Yep.
We'll give you points. S14 911. Welcome in as always. We appreciate you being here. Hey guys. Purdy, Love, or Fields? That sounds like a law firm. Purdy, Love, and Fields. Jeff, which one of those quarterbacks are we going with?
I have Jordan Love ranked the highest out of that group. I have broken down Love, Purdy, Fields.
Love, Purdy, Fields. Got it. I love Purdy Fields too. When we're on a nice drive and look out and see some Purdy Fields.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah. All right. Chill Rob News. Welcome in here, Chill. Rob. Need one tight end, Schultz or Taysom Hill? I think it's going to be Dalton Schultz for us and half PPR. And for the defense, Jagger, I want to ask you, how would you rank Atlanta, New Orleans, and Miami?
It's crazy. I think Atlanta's the safest bet here. I know Miami seems like the obvious one or New Orleans, but New Orleans has a lot of injury problems and that offense is pretty bad. So I think the defense could be on the field a lot.
So I think, I don't know, we haven't really mentioned weather yet today, and I think it sounds like it's going to be pretty bad for Atlanta and Carolina. So I would lean towards, you're going to start Bijan. Carolina is susceptible to the run anyways. I think that could get pretty sloppy, and Atlanta's defense, if there's already no threat of Carolina pushing the ball deep on you, and so if you eliminate that with weather, they've been just trying to run the ball. If Atlanta can stuff that, I think it could get really, really messy in that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Atlanta's one of the most frustrating teams for me because 1 week their defense is like lights out, and the next week it's just like, all right, who wants to score touchdowns on us? And they're like the Taysom Hill of defenses. I just never know when to put them in. All right, William Taylor in here. My running backs are McCaffrey, Pollard, Cook, and Connor. Should he stash Mason or Mitchell for a backup? Would you be stashing Mason or Mitchell? Not Mitchell. Yeah, he's been out this week.
Yeah. If you stash Mitchell, you're just going to be grabbing Mason later. So I would just grab Jordan Mason, and I wouldn't drop Connor for Dowdle. Keep starting running backs.
And then would you?
Important to? I think you make a great point there on Mitchell's availability. If Mitchell's available, I do think Mitchell is the play over Mason. We've seen that kind of in the past when McCaffrey's missed time, where Mitchell they keep Mason in a similar role and then they shove Mitchell to the top. But the injury with Mitchell is something to mention.
And then would you drop Connor to stash Rico Dwaddle?
No.
Dowdle. I said that wrong. But the W.
Does Arizona play next week? I
have to look at that. I'm not there yet, Jeff.
I live in the now.
Yeah.
Well,
James,
when we're talking about stash moves, we need to be thinking ahead. And we're only
good point.
2 weeks. So the Bears and the Eagles are their next two matchups, and not great matchups against the run.
No. James is trying to get me to sing. Not going to happen. He needs some help. JSN or Olave. If Olave doesn't start, it's going to be JSN. If Olave's out, PPR, Ridley, Connor, or Taysom. Jagger, which one of those guys would you start?
Putting Ridley in and hoping that it's a Ridley week.
Yeah. Even if Olave played, I might start Ridley over Olave this week with everything going on. All right. Tyson Bowers. Morning, gents. Good morning to you. Half PPR. Kenneth Walker or Keaton Mitchell. Jeff, which K are you going with this morning?
Walker for me.
Okay. Baseball Dreamland. Oh, that's a nice little name. I thought it said Barbie Dreamland for a second. I got excited, but it's just baseball. So hope we could talk about Dolphin scenarios. What a mess. I have Achane and Waddle. Are Achane and Hill playing? Are the rumors of high winds true? I am on the ground here in Florida, and I can tell you that it is very blustery out. I'm about 2 hours north of Miami, but the whole state of Florida right now is just getting rocked with wind. Cruise ships are rerouting to, New England for Caribbean cruises. So the winds are pretty true here in Florida. All right. Jeff, full PPR. I need 2 running backs, 1 wide receiver, and 2 flex. So we got a lot of players to go through here, guys. So let's get the running backs first. Between Brees, Rashad White, DeAndre Swift, and Antonio Gibson. Thanks for putting that little comma to break them up. Appreciate that.
So I'm going
2 of those running backs.
Rashad White is my highest ranked running back out of that group. I really like Antonio Gibson this week against the Rams in what I think should be a shootout game, and you're not messing with weather there. So I think I'll go with Antonio Gibson as the second running back. 1 wide receiver, I'm going to have Puka ranked above the other guys. 2 flex. Brees comes in as a flex here. I think Brees over Garrett Wilson, especially when you're talking about that weather. And DK, but I do like Jaden Reed, but DK would probably be the other one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's one thing about Swift. I feel like it's game script dependent. I think that this could be a Swift week, so I would try to get him in my lineup. That's the only other pushback I'd give.
I pointed out last week how much he's struggling, so I'm sure he will absolutely go off this week. So I think that's a good call.
All right, Matt Doug, OBJ or Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And look, Matt's in love, guys. Isn't that just lovely to see? I know it's not Valentine's yet, but I always like seeing people in love. OBJ or CEH? Jagger.
I'm going to
pick one for the lovebirds.
I'm going to go with OBJ, and we probably won't get there. Alfredo has in the comments that he's 20 minutes from the stadium, and the weather isn't too bad. Definitely seems like there's some quick rain or winds could come and go. That's just South Florida weather in general. So thanks, Alfredo. I don't feel any better or worse. So.
And honestly, if there's a true wind authority you should trust, it's Alfredo, because his hair, if there's just the slightest bit of wind, that man will not go outside. So you should really trust Alfredo.
He's trying not to get the Gumby action, like it'll get somebody else.
One more question. Quarterback, Purdy, Geno, or Kyler Murray? It's the first time we've had Geno and Kyler mentioned in today. Jeff, which one of those quarterbacks?
I think it's easily Purdy. I mean, I've got Purdy comfortably ahead, and then it would be Kyler and then Geno.
Yeah, it looks like Geno's probably not going to play. So, welcome in, Joe Def, as always. Good morning, fellas. Full PPR flex. Pick one: DeAndre Hopkins, Ezekiel Elliott, or Dalton Kincaid. Jagger,
I
pick
had
one.
I had Kincaid as a bounce back player, but I like DeAndre Hopkins, and especially I think the matchup against the Texans could be nice. But either way, he's back to like these old guys, Odell Beckham Jr., DeAndre Hopkins. They like look like themselves again, and it feels really good. That's just a side note.
Revenge game narrative alert on DeAndre Hopkins going up against the Houston Texans.
I thought about you, Jeff, when I saw like, oh, revenge game. Then when you think of Jeff when you hear revenge. All right, lots of people joining in this morning. Appreciate y'all being here today. Looks like Alex and Love too. We always love the love. Baronto Sanchez, Fields or Love, PPR league. Jagger, Fields or Love.
That's Boruto Sanchez. You got to watch your anime, Joey. And it's Love for me. Especially right now that we're in playoffs. I love Fields, and I'm playing him in a lot of places because of Superflex. I would go with the safe.
What anime is he from?
It's the spinoff of Naruto. Yeah.
Oh, okay, of course. Yeah. I need to get brush up on that. Jamie in here with us. H-Han is ruled out. Would you play Goddard, McBride, or Hubbard at the flex? Pick one, Jeff.
I've been on McBride all morning. I think Chuba is the safest play if you just need to get some points and move on to the next week. But I did mention the weather in that game. So I think McBride has probably your best chance to accumulate, especially if it's PPR. I would lean McBride.
Okay, Rashee Rice or Garrett Wilson, Jagger?
Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson.
All right, John in here with us. Hill or Likely? Half point PPR, 6 points for all the touchdowns, including passing. He's a big underdog, so he's thinking upside with Hill. Maybe the way to go.
That would be the situation where I would play Hill. I think if you're a big underdog and you just need something to go crazy, I mean, Hill has that potential.
It's like 2 points or 24 points. You're going to get nothing in between. All right. Would you think of Woods as a play today with Case Keenum, guys?
I don't think Woods is a play with CJ Stroud. So,
revenge game narrative.
Oh, come on.
And then Brian asking Jerome Ford or Taysom Hill. It's Jerome Ford. I kind of like Jerome Ford today.
I like Jerome Ford a lot.
Mm-hmm. And Jeffrey, are we worried about H-Han? Full PPR, rank them. DJ Moore, Devonta Smith, H-Han, Amari Cooper, and CEH. Did he rank them? I think he might have.
I think
Devonta's number one for me.
Yeah, I'd swap Devonta and DJ Moore.
All right, Barry Water. Oh, it's got dogs. They'll get him up here. Love or Fields for upside. And his opponent had Goff. Sorry about that.
Love for me still.
Mm-hmm. All right. Fields at Cleveland or Baker at Green Bay. Jeff. I'm good.
Fields.
Yep. I agree with you. Nick, good morning. Sit one. Waddle, Devonta Smith, Puka, and Hopkins. One of those guys is going to be sitting on the bench holding a clipboard. Which one is it, Jagger?
I think I'm sitting Hopkins. You kind of ranked them like the other three have shown to just be studs. So
perfect. And Tenek saying good morning to us. Good morning to you, Tenek. Waffles is here. Ahoy! I always love seeing Waffles. Welcome in, Waffles. Happy holidays. It all comes down to this: Ridley, Romeo Dobbs, or Zay Jones, and half PPR, Jeff Bell. It's all coming down to this. Who are we putting in?
I mean, I love that matchup for Dobbs. I still lean Ridley here.
Okay. And Schultz, safe for checkdowns. I don't know if safe is the word, but I think he will see some checkdowns today. Ty with a dog. Beautiful. Love seeing the dogs. Mostert or Elliott in PPR? He's hurting a bit after Chase underperformed for him. Jagger, are you going to go Mostert or Ezekiel Elliott?
Easily Mostert.
Yeah. Especially if H-Han's not there, I think Mostert's good for anytime touchdown today. And all right, Chiefs or Saints DST? Jeff, pick one of those defenses.
Saints. I mean, the DeVito magic has to run out at some point. So,
yeah, this might be my favorite question we've had today so far. Jerome Ford or Odell Beckham Jr. in the flex? I want to hear from you guys both on this one.
Ford for safety, Odell for upside.
Yeah, that's the answer.
Wow. Thanks for the safe answer, guys. Johnny wants to know, should he pick up the Rams or Browns for the rest of the way?
We just said we live in the moment, so
yeah, I'm teetering between the Browns and the Jets for my playoff. I actually am carrying 2 DSTs right now, and I believe I picked up the Browns for next week. I think it's next week.
Alfredo is on the ground giving us the good news. Tyreek Hill, or it's not good news, it's actually terrible. Tyreek Hill is inactive today.
Oh, so Tyreek Hill is out.
Yeah.
Big news there. If you've got Tyreek Hill in your lineups, please take him out. Get him out of there. Oh, man. I'm going to have to go change some lineups around, folks. All right. Chris Godwin or Taysom Hill? Jeff?
Godwin, I think. He's hurt a little banged up too, isn't he?
Godwin, yes, he is questionable. But he's expected to play. Also seeing now that Jalen Hurts is downgraded to questionable for tomorrow. That could not have happened at a worse week. Oh gosh.
No, I'm really stressing right now. I'm tilting as we speak on camera.
Go run to your, regardless of your situation, run to your waiver wire and grab Marcus Mariota right now, because somebody in your playoff might have Hurts, or if you do, you need to get Marcus Mariota.
Would you just go? I was gonna like let's do this live on the air. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna ask my co-host.
No, let's do it. This is really good.
Like, I have Jalen Hurts, Justin Fields, and Kyler Murray, and obviously I just put Fields in like the QB1 spot. Like, what are we doing here? Are we gonna go ahead and play like Kyler Murray, or are we gonna wait for Hurts on the Monday night? Because this is a big deal now at this point. This is a playoff spot.
Can you add Mariota? Can you add Geno Smith? And can you add Drew Lock? If any of those guys are available, that opens up your options a little bit more to be able to wait a little bit. But Kyler's not a bad option to pivot off of. It's not like you're looking at Desmond Ridder right now. So, you know, it's not horrible. But yeah, if those guys are not available, if you cannot add Mariota or Drew Lock or even Geno, your choice is made for you. You kind of can't wait for that then.
Yeah. I think the name that's floating out there that might be there in some shadow leagues is Matthew Stafford. I like Stafford a lot this week. If Stafford's out there, I would bench Hurts for Stafford this week. And I'd be like, okay, I would have no problems with doing that because I feel safe about it. Oh man, that's some bad news to see.
It's Dynasty and none of these guys are available. So I'm putting in Murray.
There you go. Well, hopefully he comes through for you, Jagger. All right. Schultz or Waller? Jeff, who do we like better today?
Schultz.
All right. And at some point, Daniel Harm's going to be joining us today. And I should have put Olave on the bench considering my other good wide receiver is Johnson, but he played him yesterday, smacked his head. Did Deontay Johnson have a bad day yesterday? I thought he had like 14 points.
Touchdown.
Yeah, okay.
Touchdown. I think 4 catches, 60 yards, something like that. I mean, you're happy with that. You can't be upset about
he's saying that
50-yard touchdown day.
I see he's saying Deontay was basically on his bench yesterday. All right,
and
Dylan in here is saying,
illustrative. That's illustrative. I think that's something that you need to pay attention to, that you need to be able to give yourself options on these, especially as we get through these playoff weeks and you're going to start to see we're going to have 3 Saturday games next week. It's something to keep into the back of your mind for every single start-sit decision. But if we just talked through it on Jalen Hurts, if you've got other good options that play earlier, sometimes you just can't afford to wait and see how it works on the other one.
Yeah, absolutely. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Let's go to our next question here. All right, where were we? Oh, Joey, you lost your place. All right. Oh, no, we already answered that one. All right. I don't know, JB's grandma. I'm going to have to read your question first before I put it up. You got me once before. Oh, and pick one: James Conner versus San Francisco, or Ford versus Chicago, Devin Singletary versus Tennessee, or CEH versus New England.
I think it's easily Ford for me.
Yeah. All right, and I have proofread this question, and we're safe today, guys. JB's grandma wants to know: Morning, my sweeties. That's us. Mama's got all the rent money riding on the matchup today. Do I go Calvin Ridley or Pop Douglas for bigger upside?
Ridley
I'm
has
still
bigger
on
upside.
Ridley.
Pop.
Perfect. All right, Jeff, I think we've reached the point in the week that makes me so sad. We're going to send you on your way, and we're going to bring up our good friend, Daniel Harms. Jeff, have a great time. And next week when you show up, be festive, please. I'll wear some holiday stuff. I probably could have said this to you off air, but I just want the people to see, a little peek behind the curtain.
Sure.
Dress up.
Take care, guys.
Appreciate it.
Good luck, everybody. Have fun.
Bye. All right. Daniel Harms, what is going
Jeff
on?
Bell.
We're gonna fix this for you.
Just
Don't
Jeff
worry.
Bell, actually.
No, we got it. We got one made just for you today. Ready? Boop! Look at that.
Oh, thank you
Whoa.
guys. Love it.
Very
How's it
professional.
going? How's it going?
Hey, we're doing good. How are you doing? Tell us, how is your week 15 going?
Oh, well, with all the news dropping in the last 10 minutes, it's not doing so good. I'm stressing out. Stressing out like everybody else here too. So I was waiting for the link to get in, and then I heard all the news drop, and I'm stressed out. So as much as you guys need these questions answered, I need these questions answered too.
Perfect. All right, let's kick back in here. Karen's in here with us this morning. Good morning, Karen. ETN, Achan, or Odell Beckham Jr. in a monsoon. Harms, where are you going on this one?
Standard flex. Standard, I think, upside with ETN for the touchdowns, even though that he's going against the Ravens defense. I think ETN is where I would go here.
All right, Joshua in here. Pick 4. Odell Beckham Jr., Zay Flowers, Rashee Rice, Ferguson, Breece Hall. Big side note, he does have Lamar Jackson. Thank you all, and God bless. I appreciate that. So we got to pick 4 there, Jagger. Let's diagnose it a little bit here.
I wish I had like roster spots because I could here to like really think about it. Because I think that Flowers and Rashee Rice are must starts every week, depending on where you drafted them. Like I have Rashee Rice in the flex, and I'm giddy about it. I think that Ferguson. I don't know who your tight end is, but if you don't have a tight end, like anyone that's like Travis Kelce, Goddard, or Hawkinson, whoever, you need to put Ferguson in because he eats targets. And other than that, I'm struggling with Breece and Odell Beckham Jr. And I hate that I have to say that about Breece Hall, but it's like, is he going to get 6 targets this week, or is he only going to get like 10 carries? Oh, okay. So with Harms, Breece Hall.
All right. Dustin in here. With Olave and Collins out, is it official that Olave is out now?
Has it been confirmed yet? Has it?
It's been confirmed. And Achan is confirmed in, and Tyreek is confirmed
5
out.
minutes. Okay. Yeah, more news. Oh, good Lord, my lineups.
So much news. All right. And then Juju Smith-Schuster will also be out today. Pacheco, we already knew he's out. And then Olave, is out. DJ Moore's in. So, yeah. Do some of those names that we had earlier.
Fantasy playoffs are going on right now.
I know. We need to let them know that. All right, Christian in here. Geno Smith at Superflex or Zeke in the Superflex? I think you've got to play Zeke because we're not sure Geno's going to be starting tomorrow night. So, yeah, just play it safe and go with Zeke. Bruce, Achan, Aaron Jones, or Hopkins in PPR? Which one of those guys do you like, Harms?
Oh, good Lord. I think for the upside, it's Aaron Jones because we know AJ Dillon's not playing, and if Aaron Jones is going, he's going to get the bulk of the work. I think in terms of like the safer floor, I would go Hopkins because he's going to get his targets and he's probably going to end up scoring too. So if you just need someone to be in there, go Hopkins. But if you're trying to like win and break the bank, I think I would go Aaron Jones.
Perfect. It's tough. And C-Bus clones, Foreman, Ford, Hunt, or CEH in the standard league, Jagger?
Still Ford. I think he's got a good matchup. Foreman, is it a Foreman week or not? We don't know, and I don't want to gamble on it. So,
all right, between Likely and Ferguson, I'd go Ferguson. And Tim, no Ramondre, no Stroud, no Pacheco, no Jacob. So, listen, if you wanted to do the injuries, you could have come on the show today and done it for us. You've got them all in there for us. He's got Mitchell and McKinnon starting. Should he start Patrick Taylor or Rodriguez? I think with Mitchell and McKinnon.
Yeah.
That'd
I
be the
would
way
stick
to
with
go.
that too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then there was
Oh,
another part
go.
of the question. I don't know if you missed it.
Oh, sorry about that. If Hill doesn't play, Zay Jones or Rashid Shaheed?
Definitely. I don't like any of those. Rashid
Um,
Shaheed for upside.
I
Olave
think.
out.
I mean, I would personally go Jones. Zay Jones is one of my must-start players this week for volume
Okay.
specific against the Ravens team that's probably going to be up. They're going to be throwing it a lot, and I don't trust anyone to throw the ball to Rashid Shaheed. I'll be honest. I trust Trevor Lawrence.
I agree. Actually, I agree. That's good logic.
And we love dogs, but we also love goats. In a
Absolutely.
2-point tight end premium league, would you start Logan Thomas over Brandon Cooks? So the tight end getting a little bump there, Jagger. Is that enough for you to start him over Brandon Cooks?
No, I don't. I don't trust the Commanders, and I don't understand their offense. And you can't project volume for anyone. The only thing you can project is Sam Howell's going to end up with 20 points somehow. So,
Do you guys ever get irritated by weird spellings of names like Geoff for Jeff? And like, I know he spelled Logan, he meant to say Logan Thomas, but Tom spelled with an H. Doesn't
Mhm.
always get to. No, is that just me?
like Tom
What about
York,
Brandon?
he has the H in there.
Tom, yeah.
What about Brandon spelled with an I?
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks' name is with an I.
Yeah. That one doesn't bother me as much. I think that's kind of cool. I don't know. He's making it about himself, though, with the I in there. I don't know. All right, Jay's in here this morning. Buenos dias. Oh, I can speak some Spanish. Am I rolling with Keaton Mitchell or Chiefs running back today? It depends on the Chiefs running back you have, but would you start Keaton Mitchell over both Chiefs running backs, Daniel?
I think if you have McKinnon, I'd play McKinnon over Mitchell. But if you have Clyde, I'm going Mitchell specifically because of what the Patriots defense has done to running backs over the last month. It's not been great. It's not been great.
Our good friend Jackson here with us this morning. Good morning, Jack. Thanks for the help all year. Thanks for being here with us all year. Playing my nemesis in the first week of the playoffs, and he had
Yes.
golf in Laporta. Ouch. Oh, 80 to 20% to win. Should I be concerned about Aubrey at kicker due to weather? Should he change to the Rams kicker? Jagger, any kicker advice there?
I'm looking. We're at the Bills. No, Cowboys are at home, so they're in a dome. You're good.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
They're in Buffalo.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, my sheet's wrong. I lied to you. So, I
So-
don't.
Quickly here, I believe that the worst of the weather will be in the morning. If you guys follow Matt FF Dynasty with all these weather report stuff that he does on Twitter, and there's going to be some rain, but in terms of wet, like the wind, the gusts to 10 to 15 miles an hour should be worse in the morning. So I think if you've got Aubrey, you should probably stick with him unless we get an update about worse weather later.
Mhm.
Is Aubrey the number one kicker on the season? I feel like
Yes, he is.
I
is he?
believe
I
so,
thought
yeah.
he was. Yeah.
I have
That's a
him
fun
in the
number,
so
right?
that's nice.
Of course you do.
Lester, is the weather going to be a problem for Lamar at all today? I thought it would be last week, and it wasn't.
Unless this is like what, hail? Unless it's hail, I think you played Lamar no matter what because he can do it all.
I was about to say, cool thing about Lamar, he can run. So
Yeah, right.
Okay, so yeah, we kind of addressed this a little bit earlier. Keep Jalen in or roll with a fill-in QB today. Levis or DeVito are available. If Marcus Mariota's out there, I would go pick up Mariota. Oh man, I maybe I should ask you guys: would you start Levis or DeVito in that spot?
I would start Levis, maybe, and I would start Levis over Mariota for sure. I think, like maybe I'm wrong on that. And another thing too, I know I said with Jeff early in the show, if Mariota plays, this is looking more like a DeAndre Swift week. Like this is looking like a DeAndre Swift
absolutely
week for sure.
Absolutely. All right, and who's starting, Gino or the backup? Karen, we've kind of gone back and forth on that. It does. Last I heard, it does seem like Drew Lock is going to start, but him and Metcalf kind of had a little connection last week, so I don't know if that's such dreadful news if Lock's out there again. I mean, you'd rather
the funny thing.
but
So
the funny thing
Karen,
about this. Go ahead.
is that they're both backups. So that's what I was gonna say.
Don't forget this game
how
got
do I-
flexed out. The Chiefs Patriots game got flexed out, and you might have two backups on Monday Night Football. Like, what is going on here?
All right, Dan, Olave is officially out. Yeah, thanks
Oh,
for the
yeah.
update on that. That's sad to see. Scott, good morning. Trey McBride or George Kittle? Whew, that's a spicy question. Jagger, pick one of those tight ends.
It's George Kittle for me, I think,
Yeah.
still, and it's solely because of matchup. Like Fred Warner is a very good coverage linebacker in the middle of the field, so I love Trey McBride, and he's going to get volume. But this seems like interception city to get the ball in his area.
All right, Lamar or Mahomes? That's gonna be that Ravens Jags game could be really good today. Harms, Lamar or Mahomes? We'll go to our resident
Lamar.
Chiefs fan.
Go Lamar. Mahomes, I think he's going to have a good week this week, but I think Lamar, obviously has been much better, and his rushing floor just makes him the must start in this situation.
All right. And flex, Zeke, Flowers, or Reed? Ooh, that's a tough
Flowers.
one. Jagger.
Flowers for me.
Jagger.
Yeah.
That's a first time we've had him. I think a question about him today. The official player of Sunday Morning Live. Lunch table legend, full PPR. That's the name of the day so far. Start 3: DJ Moore, Ridley, Zay Flowers, Keaton Mitchell, Antonio Gibson, or James Cook. So 3 of those guys get to start today. The other ones, they don't get to play.
All right.
DJ Moore for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He put it in bold because he knew he's like, I'm just putting flex. So DJ Moore for sure. And then I think I like James Cook as 2, and then Zay Flowers is 3. So
Exact same 3 I've got.
Perfect. Love it when you guys agree, because then I don't have to like separate you guys because you're fighting or anything. And it's very helpful for me. Christopher Mello, Shaheed or JSN? Arms, where are we going?
Oh my gosh. JSN, even with Drew Lock throwing the football.
Yeah, and I don't know why this is even a question. Pop Douglas or Zay Flowers?
it's Flowers. Nope.
Yeah.
No pop for me.
Yeah. I'm glad you asked the question because I'm glad you're here, but Zay Flowers. Also, any kickers you guys are in love with this week? I am married, so I'm not allowed to be in love with any kickers, but Jagger, you're not married. Any kickers you're in love with? I don't know why I had to shade you like that. Like, you're not married.
You're not married?
Yeah. It's like, come on now,
rude. I'm
Joey.
sorry.
Yeah, he's a catty woman at brunch. He's like, so you're unmarried and childless. So any kickers I'm in love with? Jake Elliott, I really like because out of any kicker that's not Aubrey, I always love his upside week to week, and there's a lot of points expected. And another caveat, if Jalen Hurts doesn't play, I feel like there's going to be a lot less tush push, and they'll probably settle for points, but it's also kickers, so who knows?
I'm really sorry. I did that to you, Jagger. It's just really rude.
It's okay.
And then a little FYI, Eagles just downgraded Hurts to questionable. Yeah, we saw that for Monday night. Lunch table legend. That's sad to see. Harms, Hopkins, or Flowers in PPR? Help Private
Flowers.
Pile.
Absolutely. Flowers all day.
Do you guys know the movie Private Pile? You know what that's a reference to?
Can't say that I do.
It's Full Metal Jacket. So I caught that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Justin Sweet, Olaf, Flacco, or Kyler? Jagger, pick one of those quarterbacks.
We're here because, you would think that would be an automatic answer, but I think I'm gonna go with, Kyler because again, it's not. I think the Bears are a tough matchup week to week right now, so I think I'm gonna roll with Kyler, and then Howell or Tua. Harms, you take this one.
I'm going Howell.
I made this move. Yep.
Yeah,
I made that move this morning.
I want nothing to do with Tua without Tyreek Hill against the Jets defense. I want nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sat Tua for Goff in one of my leagues, and I was like sitting over here last night watching him just pile him up.
All right, Terry McLaurin or JSN or Zay Jones? Harms.
Zay Jones.
And then Ridley or Rice, Jagger?
Rice, actually. I think I said that confidently, and it feels good. Feels real good.
I'm glad you have some confidence. It's always appreciated. Full PPR. Have a wide receiver, tight end slot, flex to fill. OBJ, McBride, James Cook, Romeo Dobbs, or Taysom Hill. So one of those guys got to fill that slot. Which one's it going to be?
I think McBride actually
Okay.
is, and then James Cooks. I think I'm going James Cook.
Okay. All right. And a lot of people reporting that Olave is out. Yeah, we see that. And then Hall, Rice, Flowers, Odell, Ferguson. So I think you gave us 5 there. So which one of those guys is going to sit, Harms?
Odell's going to sit. I'm going to start everybody else.
All right. And Likely or Schultz. Private Pile, we kind of like Dalton Schultz a little bit this week. It's kind of like a safety blanket. And then Atlanta or Kansas City, Harms. Which defense do you like?
Casey's defense against Bailey Zappi makes me happy.
Hey, we're gonna get a new quarterback. We're gonna get a new quarterback.
My good friend Carlos is in here. Saludos, Jose Correcto. Yeah, Joey Wright in Spanish is known as Jose Correcto. And then yes, you'll never walk alone.
That's
Liverpool,
fantastic.
hopefully. Let's beat Man United today.
Jose Correcto. I love
That's
it.
amazing. You should
My good friend
on everything to that. This is just
and my good friend Mauricio Gutierrez in NFL in Espanol coined Jose Correcto at Expo 2 years ago. And it has caught on, like when I go sit in the shows that he does, and it's pure Spanish speaking. I just go in there and everyone's excited to see Jose Correcto when I'm in there. So yeah. I have like a whole alter ego. It's pretty fun. Yeah. And then yeah, we got the news on that. Oh, 2 doggies. Ann, welcome in as always. Good morning and go Bucks. Oh, Ann is just playing to me this morning, isn't she, guys? In Green Bay, it's always rough. God bless the NFC South and our 6-7 lead. Happy playoffs. And I love that message in there today. Waffles, if you don't like or subscribe, you probably voted for. I don't know what that means. Did I almost get caught there, Jagger? Okay, good.
We got no goal.
We were close. We were close. Ugly question. With Hurt sick, does he play Kyler or stash Mariota? So he's got to. That's his decisions.
I just played Kyler, dude. I had the same scenario, and I went womp womp and then put Kyler in instead of Hurts.
And II from Scotland, gents. Keaton, Romeo Dobbs, or CEH? Harms, which way are we going there?
Oh man, I think I'm going Mitchell.
Okay, I agree with that. And then we've caught up to Alfredo, which Jagger was reading about 20 minutes ago. And he's telling us, look at how perfect his hair is, guys. Just like,
look at the chin
have you ever seen a
line.
more punchable face? Like, truly.
Like
It's just like
takes
he's
a
perfect.
speed square to it every morning, and he's like a level.
Because we love you, Alfredo. We beat up on you because we know we can and we're allowed to. Michael in here. Good morning, Michael. Welcome back. Good morning. No start sit questions today. 3 first-round buys. Oh wow! So Michael just came in to brag. Well, let's just give him a clap, guys.
Congratulations, Michael.
Good flex, Michael.
Love it.
All right, and then dancing. You should see it in Scotland. Yeah, I think Scotland's got a lot of the with the little wind turbine farms in Scotland. There's lots of winds in Scotland. And then, this is a good question. Robert Fry, Justin Fields, or Matthew Stafford? Harms, which way would you go here?
Oh man, this is a really tough question because Fields is my must-start player, a quarterback of this week, because I think he's back, and I also think that Cleveland's defense in the back end can get got. They've gotten got by Gardner Minshew multiple times, and the deep ball's there with DJ Moore active. I lean Fields because of 70+ yards he puts on the ground just about every week now that he's healthy, and that rushing touchdown floor for me. I lean Fields.
Okay. All right. And Alfredo's hair is in place. So do you guys let us know in the chat? Do you think Alfredo's hair is a wig? He will never let me get close when we hang out to try to grab it off. He always stays like 10 feet away from me at all times. So maybe Jagger and I are gonna have to like run some like zone defense on him at the retreat to try to get that wig off his head.
Yep.
All right. Joey's going off the rails today, if you weren't aware.
It's week 15. Week 15.
I know, right? Yeah. Wilson, Rashee Rice, or Cooper Kupp for 2 spots in full PPR. Jagger.
Garrett
Like
Wilson. It's Garrett Wilson. And I sure do love some Rashee Rice. And I'm really struggling to put him over Kupp. I think I still do. Actually, I know this is crazy. Harms, are you there? I mean, you're a Chiefs fan, so if anything, was a confirmation bias going to you?
I'm with you. I'm on the opposite end of the Cup Wilson side though. Like I'm going
Oh,
Rice
wow.
and Cup.
Joey, come on now, split the.
It's tough. You gotta split. It's tough.
I'll go Wilson and Cup.
Okay.
I'll take the Chiefs.
We didn't even we didn't give
Were we
you
united
any
on
help,
one
Luke.
single
We
player? I
didn't
don't
give
think
you
so.
any.
You know what? Let's give him some actionable advice. Oh boy, no, I'm gonna go Wilson and Cup. I'm not gonna give actionable advice. Let's pick one, guys. Just one, so we for sure get him in. We're not going to agree though, because we're all different.
Wilson.
Okay.
I'll go Wilson Cup. I'll go Wilson Cup. I'm with you, Joey.
All right. Whoa. Dewey Cox in here with his cool glasses. Half PPR. McKinnon, CEH, Foreman, or JSN?
One guy. JSN for me.
I think it's JSN.
Yeah.
No.
You guys seen not Walk On? What is it?
Walk Hard.
Walk Hard. Yeah, that movie's great. Wrong kid died. All right, and then Alfredo's in love with Jeff Bell. Good job, Alfredo. Start sit Sigmund Blue or Dave Kluge, full PPR. I would start Dave because I don't think Sig can get out there and do it anymore. Just kidding, Sig. We love you. And Joey got fired today. Just catching strays. I don't know. Sig didn't do anything wrong to me. He's so nice. Oh gosh. All right, and then we got the Olave is out. Christopher Mello, PPR, JSN or Shaheed. JSN for
JSN.
And then the question of who's the Philly backup, it does seem like it is Mariota. So if you're gonna have to go grab a backup, go grab Mariota. Jakob with a beautiful bloodhound there. Out of the playoffs, so no question, just gratitude. Great show. Thanks for a season's worth of insight. Happy holidays to y'all. Thanks for being here with us, Jakob. We appreciate you being here. We'll be here with us next year. They told me the other day that they're going to bring the show back because nobody else wanted to do it. So I guess you're stuck with me again next year. I think Jagger's coming along, and we'll have Arms in too. All right, Godwin, Marquise Brown, or Curtis Samuel, full PPR. Start one. Arms, which one are you starting?
Curtis Samuel, and that hurts me to say.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Guys, we got 2 minutes left, so let's get do a few more questions here. But just a reminder, I will be in the Football Guys Discord from noon till about kickoff to answer any of your start or sit questions. Flacco or Levis this week, Jagger?
I think I'm gonna go Levis. I have one hand on the bandwagon. One hand.
And then Lamar or Purdy? I think it's gonna be Lamar for us. Let's get Carlos's question. Needs to replace Olave. His options are Godwin, McKinnon, and Kincaid.
Who?
Kincaid.
Okay. And you'll never walk alone. I will always read that if you put that up, people, just so you know. And then we got that for you. And then Alfredo just is reacting to Tyreek Hill being out, and he is going to be insufferable. My phone is going to be blowing up all day. Great.
Wait till the Jets win.
And so Achan is in. With Hill being out, does that give you any more love for him today?
I love him the same. It just takes one carry.
Yeah, it's one carry, it's one catch because he's still going to get catches too. Hopefully, they put him in the slot a little bit more today with Tyreek out. That would be nice for him. And also, the Dolphins are good at putting their running backs in the slot. So yeah, I would play him.
All right. Well, everybody, we appreciate you being here with us today. Thank you so much. And just a reminder, at the bottom of the screen, you can see that there is a schedule change. Starting next week, we will be here with you for week 16 and 17 on Saturday at 11 o'clock. We got some Saturday games next week, so we want to make sure we hit those questions for you before those games start. Jagger, Harms, any parting words for our lovely audience today?
I hope the Pats lose. So they probably will.
Can you guys get into that number one pick yet?
No, but we can try and do our darndest.
There we go. Harms,
Just-
thank you so much for being here with us today. What do you got to say?
Of course. I know that this is a tough spot for everybody with all these injuries. Do what you can. We were here to help as much as possible. I know we didn't get everyone's, questions. It's tough to do that in these times. But there's a lot of players out there. Sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit, as the good old, Buccaneers head coach used to say, Bruce Arians. You got to do it sometimes. And I think this is the week to do it with all these injuries. So get out there, make some tough decisions, and everybody go win your matchups.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just
if I
win,
would've
baby.
yeah, absolutely. If I wouldn't have been rambling, we probably got through all these questions today, but I was just off the rails today. Everybody have a great week 15. Win those championship. What is it? First round playoff matchups. Come back, see us next week. We love you. Thanks for being here.